Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to see if I can fix my John Deere X320. So the belt that powers the blades, not the one that goes from the mower to the deck, but the deck belt, it keeps coming off. Last year it came off, 7 or 8 times, and I'm just getting really, I replaced the belt, thought it was just a bad belt. That helped for a little bit, but I think I've got some stuff worn. So I got a new one of these pulleys. I got a new control arm. There seems to be a lot of play right here with this. I got a new one of these brackets. I got a new spring also. So there's that new spring. I also did get a new belt. I got the one right from John Deere. I'm going to replace this pulley too. There is some, there's not really too much play in it. These all feel real nice. This one, there's definitely some play. But see that play right there? I think that's going to be the main problem. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this spring off. I'm going to get a pair of pliers and pull that out right there. Okay, so when I undid that spring, I can tell I got a lot of slop here. Now, I did buy this new piece. I'm thinking there might be some stuff worn out on it. Here's the part number of it. You might be able just to tighten that down. Okay, so that was a little loose, but it does still have some play in it, even with it tight. Okay, so I did take that bolt out. That is worn. There's a notch right there, and it is pretty well worn to give it enough play. Now, I did buy a new control arm. It looks a little different. This spot is different than this. Here is the part number. I'll have to see if it's going to work. M163788. Finding parts for this was tricky because this deck, I've got the 48-inch deck. With the 48-inch deck, I've got 3 blades. There's 2 different styles, one that these pivot and one that they don't. This is, even though these do pivot, these are not quick pivot ones. So I do have to take this pin out. It's a little bit work, and I can turn this wheel, pivot that wheel. But this is considered a non-pivoting one. Okay, so I went ahead and drilled, I'm going to have to reuse my old bracket. I went ahead and drilled that, put a bolt in there. I put a new bolt. This one is threaded into this. But this was that pin. The new bracket just isn't right. Because that doesn't line, that should be threaded for that. And then this piece here just isn't right. I'm just tired of ordering parts. I can't get the right parts. The second time I've ordered parts for this. Can't get what I need. Okay, so the only parts I was able to change are these, which this pulley didn't seem too bad. I changed this one and this one. But this, and I changed this spring. So that wasn't too bad, but yeah, I'm not sure why it was kinked. Here's how the belt should go. Around here. But this is angled up, and I don't think it should be. I was wanting to replace this bracket to kind of make it level with the deck, with the rest of the pulleys, but it comes up at an angle a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. But this deck just became very frustrating because that's a pretty hard belt to put on. And taking the deck off is kind of hard. So what I'm going to show you in this video what I ended up changing. I wanted to change a bunch more parts, but the parts I got just would not work. But I did end up drilling a hole in one of the parts that was worn out, and I did end up making it work. And I think that helped. But there was one issue that I really didn't understand, was this pulley right here. I ended up changing this pulley, but it's at an angle, and I really wanted to fix that angle. And I tried to get a new bar. I think that's a really heavy-duty bar. And I thought the bar was bent, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. That nothing would really bend that bar. So if that is supposed to be like that, I'm really not sure. I would want that to be kind of level with the other pulleys, I would think, but maybe that's how they designed it. So that's the part where I wanted to replace. But you can see I drilled a hole because that pin had worn out and that rod was moving up and down. So I ended up drilling a hole, putting a bolt in there because I wanted to replace the arm and all that, but the parts I got were not right. Now I did replace that pulley and the other pulley. I didn't need to replace the pulleys that the that attaches to the actual blades. I lubed mine with Zerk fitting quite a bit and they were still really good. This one was kind of loud. I went ahead and it was very easy to replace. And again, that one there, I replaced it, but see how it's at an angle? I just don't think it's supposed to be like that. Now I did replace the spring. So there's a spring right here that attaches to that kind of pulley there. I did replace that. Mine wasn't broke, but it might have been weak. Now I wasn't able to talk while it was running, but I just want you to see that it kind of runs at an angle, but maybe again it's supposed to be like that. Now I did end up buying an Ego to replace that mower, 42 inch. I really do like it. I haven't had it very long. It's battery powered. I'm kind of in the Ego system with a chainsaw and a blower, so I'm able to reuse the batteries on that also. But I really do like this mower. So here's that spring that I ended up replacing. Again, mine got kind of a wear pattern from the pulley. That did seem to help. There's the model number on it. Here's the model number of one of those big pulleys. Here's the parts that I wanted to change. You know, I even ordered it twice because on one website it showed it different and the other one showed it a little different. So yeah, just not sure. But this is what I thought really needed to be replaced, but none of this worked. It was a different hole, different lined up. So I ended up just drilling a hole. Like this little pin was worn out on mine. So I ended up drilling a hole through there and putting a bolt through it. But I think what ultimately helped was replacing these pulleys and that spring. Again, these didn't show really obvious signs of being bad, but that, you know, it does sound really bad. It wasn't wobbling a whole bunch, but it wasn't bad. Okay, so we have mowed with this about 6 times this year so far. The belt has not come off. Again, it just seemed to be, it came off all the time last year, and I was just having a really hard time with it. So I do think I have it fixed, but I'm not sure exactly what fixed it or for how long. I mean, it's a great mower. Absolutely love it. Changing the drive belt was kind of difficult. There's a belt for the hydrostat that runs from the front to the back. It was kind of hard, but I've only had to replace it once. The engine's like bulletproof. It's got that Kawasaki engine in it, so it's really nice. Never had any issues with it. Did have to replace the front tires. That was kind of a pain. You know, I really do like this mower. We had it for a very long time. I am probably going to keep it because I got we got to do some mowing and some brush hairing that. So again, I'll put links to what I ended up purchasing underneath the video. I'll put links to them. If you could give it a thumbs up, I really appreciate it. I got the full maintenance on this, how to change the oil, the air filter, how to change that drive belt, how to take the deck off. That was really tricky. I actually had to read the manual on that because it was just really hard. So I got a video how to take the deck off, how to change the belt on the deck. Again, I hope this video helps because this is a really good mower. They did sell a ton of these mowers. And what I have found is if I have a problem, typically it's a lot more people are going to have the exact same problem. So that's why I did this video. Again, it's not a absolute, this is absolutely going to fix it for you, but I will show you what I found. Again, I hope this video helps. Thanks everybody for watching.